Welcome back. So today we're going to take a break from talking about zeros. Today we're going to talk about minimums and maximums of these graphs. Now the cool thing is the calculator can actually calculate the mins and maxes for us. So that's going to be the focus of today, me showing you how to use your calculator to do this. So all of this top stuff is just putting in words, putting in writing what I'm going to be discussing. So when you're doing this yourself, if you ever get lost or can't remember exactly what I did, that's what all those words up top are for, okay? But I'm going to dive right into our examples. So I hope you recall, you can graph using a graphing calculator. So let's take a look. So for that first one, I have x cubed plus x squared minus 6x. Remember to graph. I'm going to go into y equals. If there's anything there, just get rid of it. So x, now cubed is under math. So whenever you need a cubed, go to math and see that little cubed sign there. So x cubed plus x squared minus 6x. Oh, sorry, somehow I got an extra minus in there. And then when you hit graph, that's what you see. All right, so now we want the mins and the maxes. Now, I hope you can see this point right here. That point is a maximum point. Okay, when you see the little arch there, that's going to be our max. This right here is our minimum point, okay? So those are going to be the 2 points we want to calculate. Keep in mind, I'm using the word points, okay? So you need both the x and the y values when you're calculating these. So let me show you how to do this. So we need the calculator to calculate these maxes and mins for us. So I want you to look over the trace, okay? It's going to be in blue, but you should see a calculate button. So you need to press second and then that trace, and that'll take you into your calculate menu. All right, now I'm going to start with my maximum value. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to tell it I want to calculate the maximum value of a particular region. So I hit enter. Now notice that scroll bar, okay, that little blinking bar. So it's saying, find me the left bound of what you're looking for. Well, again, I said I'm finding the max. So the max is I'm going to be finding that one right there. So I'm going to scroll to the left until I am to the left of that hill. And when I'm anywhere to the left of it, I'm just going to hit enter. Then it asks me for the right bound. So now I'm just going to scroll right until I'm anywhere to the right of it. Hit enter again. And it's telling me, is that my guess? When it says guess, all you have to do is hit enter one more time. And boom, there it is. So I'm getting a value of negative 1.79. So the max is negative 1.79, comma, and it's telling me the y value is 8.21. And I'm getting those from right here. All right, so I'm going to go back, 8.21. So again, for each of these, you're getting the x and the y that go with it, okay? So I have my max now. The next thing I want to do is I want to go back and calculate the minimum because I see I also have a minimum here. So I go back into the calculate menu, and this time I want my minimum value. Okay, and now again the minimum value is down there. So I need to scroll over, and it's asking me for the left bound. So anywhere to the left, which right now I am, anywhere to the left of where the minimum is, then I'm going to scroll till I'm to the right of my minimum and hit enter again. When it says guess, hit enter one more time, and there it'll calculate it for me. And again, I get my values from right there. So I can see my x is 1.12, my y is negative 4.06. So when it asks me for the minimum, that's what I'm going to put, 1.12, negative 4.06. The point that is a minimum. And again, for a point, I need the x and the y. And that's really all you have to do. So just to make sure you see it one more time, I do have another example written on here. So let's go back to our calculators. And let's do our next example. So I'm going to need to go back, clear that out, and type in my new function. So negative x, and again cubed is under math. So negative x cubed plus 2x squared plus 5x minus 6. Once you have it typed in, go and graph it, please. And I see, once again, I have a minimum and a maximum. And I'm going to focus on the maximum first. So I go into calculate. I'm going to focus on my maximum value. And because I've identified I'm focusing on the maximum, that means I'm focusing on that point right there, that hill. So it's asking me for the left bound. So I scroll close, and when I'm anywhere to the left, I hit enter. It's asking me for the right bound. So I scroll anywhere to the right of it, hit enter again. When it says guess, that just means hit enter one more time, and then you get your values. So I see I have a maximum at 2.12 for the x, and the y is 4.06. Okay, so the max is at 2.12, 4.06. So there's my maximum. And now there is a minimum value as well. So I do need to make sure that I go back and then I find that minimum as well. So I need to go and calculate minimum. That minimum is going to be that point right there. So it's telling me scroll to the left. So I go anywhere to the left, hit enter. Anywhere to the right, hit enter. When it's showing my guess, hit enter one more time, and I get my two values. So I get negative 0.79 and negative 8.21. So negative 0.79 and, oh, I'm sorry, I believe, yep, negative 8.21. And all you do is write the points. So the neat thing about this is all it is calculator technique. The downside is you do have to remember all the keystrokes. And if you forget, just go back and reference the top of my sheet, please. So once again, thank you for joining me. Make sure if you have any questions about how to use these calculators that you come and ask.